I'm gonna run it. Ready?
Yep.
Create Studios podcast featuring Big Mike in the building. How you doing, sir?
I'm good. How you doing, man?
I'm doing great, man. Blessed to have you in the building today, man.
Most definitely.
So, when I was an artist back in the day, I used to frequent this venue in San Jose, and it was a pretty big venue for all my artists that are 30 and over, man.
Yeah.
It's called UGMX. And
Yes.
they had when you walk in, it was fascinating because you walk in the building. I think it was like you guys did something every Wednesday, right?
Yeah. It was Wednesday with Rick Lee.
It was Wednesday with Rick Lee
and Network. Yeah.
Okay, Network.
Go there,
and then you walk in, and I forget the first part of the building. I think it's like a lounge area.
It was a lounge area. And then from there, you walk down the hall, and then there's an office right in between that, and then you hit up the stage area.
And the stage was so cool.
It has a green screen behind there, and it has a music studio on the inside. So
I loved the layout of UGMX, man, because it was cool. It was underground. I don't even think Eminem's movie was out yet, was it?
No, it wasn't.
But it kind of gave you that feel, though, right?
Yeah,
Because you go, and it's very underground. Because I remember to get into the event, it wasn't like a public thing. It was kind of like, and I felt like the cops were kind of giving y'all shit.
We were pretty good with them until certain parties that we were allowing people to throw, and that's when it became kind of like hey Mike, we pretty much we rock with you, but you got to kind of like start screening who you bring in.
Okay, yeah. And so fascinating shit. UGMX was out there for a while repping San Jose, man. And I think the biggest thing is that you were a studio in there, which looked player, and then you had the event space in there, which was very player. Something I always wanted to do here. And I see other venues kind of copying the same mode after you guys. And then what happened? Like, so what was going on with that? Like, was it a success in your eyes, and you just wanted to move it after a while, or did it come to an end on its own?
Yeah, I think what happens is that once you start something, because I started it as, and it's crazy because I started it as I owned like 5 Nextel stores at that point in time. So we started it as a partner with Nextel until Sprint and Nextel partnered up. And that's when I got out of that and said, you know what, I want to go ahead and create a studio. So I started building a music studio. And from there, I started building a stage. And then the stage came, and then the CD duplicating room became a big part of it. And then from there, we created a green screen.
The CD duplication era was huge.
It was huge. And I got all that knowledge from working with Koch. And then with Koch, GHAZI, and when we always putting out Jim Jones Ballin'.
Oh, wait! So GHAZI was behind Jim Jones Ballin'?
He wasn't behind it. We were all part of In Grooves.
So this was before Empire, right?
It was way before Empire. It was like a lot of us were pushing the In Grooves, and Koch was pretty much coming in on the independent side with independent artists. So Koch was at first Empire. Put it that way.
Koch was the first Empire.
Yeah, but Koch had the CDs and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Before the streaming and stuff. Yeah,
Do you feel GHAZI got some inspiration from Koch?
GHAZI
going into Empire with that.
I think GHAZI got inspiration from just seeing how in the Bay Area how independent the Bay was. And giving them a platform. And then when he was in Grooves, he kind of saw the vision. And then when he created Empire, it pretty much kind of was. I think it was like partnered. Empire was partnered under In Grooves for a while, and then it kind of branched out. But with that's how he got that inspiration, I think, and he started seeing the vision, and he wanted to create those platforms, which he did for independent artists to be able to release their music. So I was
you were there for that.
Yeah, I was there for that. Had a great meeting. He gave me my first distribution through Empire. And to this day, I still think I have distribution through Empire, but just never used it. You know what I mean? I also have distribution through through Universal.
Did GHAZI ever talk to you about Empire before he started Empire?
He talked to a lot of us about it before he even started it. You know what I mean? He had that vision. The man had a vision, and just like I had a vision with UGMX. So
yeah,
it all came to fruition. It's all about getting the people around you that share the vision. You know how it is.
Just going back to the Empire thing real quick. It's just crazy. I don't want to call it luck, but it is a little crazy luck how this show on Fox came about, right?
Yeah,
and they were using the show Empire, and I guess Empire had got a nice payday from that show, which helped even launch their label and the knowledge of their label even further. Did you see that?
I did see that. I definitely saw that, and it's just
crazy.
like it goes back to like when In Living Color was out. Well, Living Color was out when back in the days when they had the comedy thing on television. Living Color was out, but they had a band called Living Color, so they had to change it to In Living Color.
Interesting. Okay, so these are fast because I remember, for those that don't know the whole story, Empire had sued the show Empire on Fox, and it was a great argument because they were basically saying, this show is just a show, we can't sue you, but no, this show's acting like a label.
Yeah.
They're having artists, they're putting music out under this content of Empire, which now is a label.
Exactly.
So no, they are infringing on our business and our likeness. And I'm like, yo, that is just a genius, but also very lucky thing because they got, I don't know if he talked to GHAZI, he would see it as luck, but he got a nice payday.
No, GHAZI, well, at the end of the day, GHAZI, again, he had a vision, man, and he got people around him to share that vision, and that's what it's all about. So, I mean, you can't take anything from him. The man worked hard to get to where he is today, really, you know what I mean? And he... Yeah, so and I was there through the struggle and to see it grow, you know. So and I saw just like UGMX, we saw it grow, you know. And I got to a point that we took it to the level that we could, not that we couldn't take it there anymore. It was just we took it to a level that we all started branching out to do other things. And I never had any really partners at UGMX, but I did have people that shared the vision.
Was UGMX all you?
Partners.
It was all you? Oh wow, okay.
UGMX started. Yes, that's when I started. Started it as a vision, and people were telling me, "Man, why are you giving up your company?" Because I did fire sprinklers. You know, I took fire science. I took fire science in college, and I had my own fire sprinkler company. And I was making over $100,000 a year, and I quit that to make like
UGMX.
Quit that to do UGMX.
Oh my God!
And people were that's exactly what people were saying. Oh my God, what are you doing? But I never gave up, bro.
No, I mean UGMX was big as an underground artist at the time. I think I was hanging on this guy named D. LeBrie.
Yeah, D. LeBrie. Yeah, I know D. LeBrie. Yeah, shout out to D. LeBrie.
Ultimate networker.
Yes.
And I had a very close friend named Cato at the time, and he was just telling me about UGMX, and then I learned about it, and the next thing you know, it's like this go-to hub.
Yeah.
And it was really one of the only hubs. Because there were hubs then, but very frequently few of them, I would feel like. And UGMX, well, I feel like to me, was probably the biggest, especially in San Jose.
Yeah, it was. It definitely was.
And I think there was rumors of you doing a UGMX San Francisco. Or UGMX.
Yeah, I was branching it. I was going to branch it. Yeah, I was going to branch it out. But
I could see it happening with the venue inside of the...
Exactly. A one-stop shop.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that was the vision. It was kind of like that... Same thing, the franchise business. But at the same time, I mean, I'll never forget, I met with Too Short, and shout out to Too Short. And Too Short was like, man, you know, I like what you got going on over there, because he did a lot of photo shoots over there and stuff like that. And he's come through for open mics. And he said, I like what you're doing over there. I want to do something like that one day. And lo and behold, when he moved to LA, he built his own one-stop shop.
See?
And it was his whole vision, you know, and now you start seeing them all over the place.
Now they're all over, like Noble Cinema. He just opened up a venue inside of his place, and we've done it too. We have a little event space here, and even when I've done it, I'm like, this is like little UGMX shit, man.
Yes,
like,
it's all, man, it's
you know?
I look at it like this: no one can copy anything unless you do it first.
That's great.
And you know what I mean? And it's a
humble way of thinking about it.
And I've never been a hater. It's like anybody ever want to start something like that, it's like, look, bro, I got the whole formula. I can help you get it going. And I'm not hating on you at all because I can utilize you as a resource one day.
Who were some of the artists that used to hang around UGMX?
D-Lo, Sleepy D, Young Bari, Too Short, 40. E40
came out there, hung out.
E40
D-Lo came out there, hung out. This is when his song was popping.
I got D-Lo started. I put him on his first show.
D-Lo's first show was at UGMX.
D-Lo and Sleepy D. Yeah, D-Lo, Sleepy D. Yeah, Young Bari. And you can always go to YouTube and pull up UGMX with D-Lo and Young Bari, and it was a whole slew of artists that came through there. Audio Push, New Boys, Tyga.
That's great. Tyga?
Yeah.
Tyga came to UGMX.
Yeah,
what did he do at UGMX? Did he record? Did he do
he was actually, because what we did is, when I was helping him develop throughout the Bay Area, when it was kind of flourishing, he came through, and then I did a concert. We did a concert, and then I also took him to Shoe Palace. That's when I was part of Shoe Palace. And we did an autograph
Shoe Palace
signing.
was big back
then. It was big. That's, man, I'm telling you, a lot of people don't know.
Shoe Palace.
Yeah, man. Everybody, we had everybody going to Shoe Palace, and we started at the flea market. You know what I mean?
Before Zoom It's, I think.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
And then now I'm part of Chic. Shout out to Chic Shoes.
Chic's a new hot one.
Yeah, we're doing it big over at Chic right now. I
had a partnership with Chic or something like that, or is that what's?
Well, yeah, I'm the family. I'm part of the family. Chic Shoes.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So. Yeah.
So and then. What happened with UGMX? Well, did you go to LA? Was that just a rumor?
Actually, we did. No. Actually, we did go to LA.
Okay.
We had a live-in space for artist development. They would come and they would live there for about a month, and then we would shoot a reality kind of show on it, and of their development, and we had that as content. So we started with. They were called the Rangers, and they started the whole jerk movement back in the days.
Oh,
and I was one of those. I was partners with Velato Footwear, and
I seen that.
Yeah, and Velato. Yeah. And we put out. We had all the shoes on all the dancers and stuff like that.
So why did you go to LA?
I went to LA because, and this crazy story, because a lot of people were saying, "Oh, Big Mike, you're selling out. You're leaving to go there and move to LA, and you're not, not repping the Bay no more." But at the end of the day,
it was the police.
I become not even. It wasn't even the police.
It wasn't San Jose PD hating on the venue. Okay,
no. What it was, no. What it was the fact that I had become the executive talent scout for BET, Wild Out Wednesdays, and Freestyle Fridays. So what happened is that I started doing a lot of showcases, and LA was a place where a hub of BET was. So as I moved out there, it became really bigger and started opening up doors. And I tell a lot of people from the Bay, man, I left the Bay to get knowledge about this music industry and bring it back to help them.
What's the difference between LA and the Bay? In terms of music industry.
Okay. In terms of music industry.
It from your perspective.
My perspective of the LA area and the Bay Area is that LA they have the bigger buildings. We as in the Bay Area, we don't really have the business sense when it comes to how a music label should run or could run. But now it's easier now because of GHAZI with the Empire. But at first, that's why you never saw like Capitol, Warner Brothers, or Atlantic Records or anything like that out in this area, because of the fact that out in the Bay Area, it was kind of hard to, we never knew the business, the aspect of the contracts and things of that nature, and streaming music, or even, residuals by selling our music. We were just more so out the trunk. Hand to hand, and it wasn't really the barcodes were out back then, the scan codes, but we really weren't in like the Kmarts or the Targets or the Walmarts, and then that's when Koch came out and started helping with that. So that's the difference. Structure. And that's what it was. It's the structure.
But it's part of it is that there's no structure and the artists aren't educated.
Yeah, there's no more development. There's no more development. They used to have budgets. They used to have budgets. Labels used to have budgets for developing an artist.
3 Times Crazy had one.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. And even out there in the Bay Area, there is no development when it comes to artist development, because of the fact that no one wants to, as an artist, they never want to say that I'm being developed as an artist. What I mean? They already think they made it.
But with technology and the cheaper cost to record yourself and all that, Artists should be more developed, though.
Yeah, I
And they
mean,
should.
you would think, but when Pro Tools LE came out, everybody thought they were an engineer.
Yeah, totally.
You know what I mean? And
Right.
that messed up a lot of the, because now me being on radio, I understand the frequencies.
Yeah.
I understand the how if your song is mixed or if it's kind of like you make sure that it's in right and left or it's centered, and just because of the fact of once you load it into a program, it's gonna let you know if it's mixed or mastered.
Well, it's weird. So, like, in a sense, quality of music has gone down a little bit in terms of technical engineering, you could say, but the overall quality of music has gone up in terms of recording, right?
Well,
the equipment, the cost of it has gone down, but the quality.
But the quality has it. Yeah, now it's
Yeah.
easier to
Totally.
to sound like whoever you want to sound like.
All you need is an Apollo, a laptop, a good mic, that foam that goes over the mic.
Motel 6 room.
Motel 6 room.
You're good.
And
Had some blankets and pillows, and you're good.
And I hear Drake sending off songs to Khaled, and it's just like crazy good quality. So it's just like maybe artists aren't getting the budget to be developed, but they should be developed the way costs are going down.
Yeah. Exactly. And that's just what that is.
But what about the attitude between a Bay Area artist and LA? Are they the same? They have the same sketchiness? Or is I feel like Bay Area artists are just a little bit more into themselves and they're harder to talk to. I don't know if that's fact, though.
I definitely, because they don't know the music industry structure of the industry, so it's kind of like they're not educated enough to be able to, because they're so used to going to get it themselves that they don't understand, like, when it comes to a structured team. If it ain't your boys, it's, they don't, because I mean, I can tell every artist out there right now, I can go outside and throw a rock at a tree and an artist will fall out. That's automatic. 2 minutes later, his beat maker will fall out, and and everybody has a friend in their ear saying, you're dope, you should be signed, you're the man, but none of those friends will ever buy your music.
Yeah.
They don't help you get your numbers up and your streams or anything.
That's horrible advice.
That's.
I think it's horrible advice when a friend tells you you're worth all that. And I know that sounds fucked up, but like on the industry side, you see a lot of overvalue.
Yeah.
You see a lot of overvalue from artists overvaluing themselves, and it's like you're never going to put yourself in opportunity if you keep overvaluing yourself, because no one wants to pay that up front.
I challenge all the artists out there to, you guys can go get these. They're called drop cards. You can order drop cards. You can order 150 drop cards to 500 drop cards. And at 500 drop cards, you'll pay $250. And all they have to do is they have to scan that card, and your music will go right to their phone. I challenge you guys to go out and just take $100 and take 100 drop cards and go out and hand out, say, hey, I'm going to give you $1 to scan my song. See how many people do it.
Wow, it's a good technique. Is that an LA technique?
That's a grinding. That's a grind. That hustle. That grind and that hustle technique.
Talk about Love and Hip Hop, man. I saw you on the show recently, Love and Hip Hop season 5.
They keep playing that show over and over and over again.
Well, you were on there giving some advice.
Yeah.
You bought some shoes to this lady.
Yeah.
So how did that work out? Did Love and Hip Hop contact you? Was it the lady that brought you in? The lady that brought you in?
It was actually an agent. They wanted to. They knew that I was into marketing artists and getting them marketing deals and different different items and stuff like that. So what they did is they got at me and they were like, "Man, this young lady wants to do a shoe line, but she doesn't know how to start it." So a friend of mine, shout out to Yo-Yo. You guys that don't know her, she's the one that was with Ice Cube. You can't play with my yo-yo. Don't try to play me out. Don't try to, hey, I don't know nothing about that. You youngsters don't, but you guys need to Google it. Google yo-yo.
Hey.
But she brought me in and she was like, Mike, there's only one guy that I know that can help you with that. And she brought me in and they wanted to film it. And we filmed it, and it turned. I mean, it was great. It was a great show, great
you're in
premiere.
The restaurant there, give us some game right there.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, and I want to shout out to Apple Watts. Apple Watts was in a bad accident, but she's getting better. Shout out to her, Apple Watts. That was the young lady I was talking to.
Oh, that's
that
her
was
name.
on the
Apple
show.
Watts?
Apple Watts. Watts.
Well,
Yeah,
Apple Watts.
Apple Watts. Shout out to Apple Watts. But we pray. You're always in our prayers. And we want to make sure that that you understand that and that was just a show that she ended up. We had some differences, and as a brand, I couldn't put it out there like that. You know what I mean? So we ended up not really doing the shoe line, but we're still friends to this day, and she's still a great woman.
That's great. That's great. How did that go down? Like, you talk to the producers of the show, or is it like a casting director that kind of tells you the direction you're supposed to go in? It's not completely scripted, right? It's pretty much, they'll give you like some bullet points, and you kind of just go off the whim of what you know. And they at one time they were asking me to get some water thrown in my face, and I was like, that's what's not going to happen. I'm not going to be the guy on that. Hey, remember you're the guy that got the water thrown in your face. No, but that has some drama there, right?
It's crazy that you say that, because it's nothing against.
I'm thinking like them. I know.
America's Got Talent, So You Think You Can Dance, stuff like that. The messed up part about a lot of that is, I may get in trouble for this, but it's all good.
No, I get it.
No, they got to find people that are bad to make it a show.
You got to have solution and conflict, right?
Yeah, yeah.
You have to have that. And like with reality shows, you're not going to have problems every day. So you got to, and the thing is,
and everything's not going to be glory.
Yeah, and they got to set it up. But understanding their point of view, these things have happened in your life. We're just recreating them for the camera that's here because of the budget. So it makes completely sense. I know you're back and forth from LA a lot.
Yeah, most definitely is. That's, at the end of the day, that's where a lot of the business is, especially when it comes to the music business. And what I do, I'm not only in music, but I work with a lot of youth as well. I do about over 200 schools a year, and I take out talent to showcase the talent, and plus being a part of Chic Shoes and having my own brand, BMikeRob Entertainment. It's, I travel a lot. So at the end of the day, when I do get a chance to go home, it's cool. It's cool to just relax sometimes, but I'm working all the time, man.
Yeah.
I'm working all the time. This is you can't sleep in this business.
Do you feel like Bay Area artists should go to LA more?
I think they should definitely go there, and I think the Bay Area should have more seminars than anything.
Yeah, I've been wanting to throw a seminar, like people come and speak and we sit in. I don't know if artists will find value in that, though.
But I think we need to. I think somehow, some way, me and you, believe me, we need to get together and start.
We can do it here.
Yeah, we need to start it.
Just come here.
I don't care. Yeah, I don't care if it starts off with 2 or 3 people coming.
The first one for free.
Let's do it.
I'm gonna run it out for free. And
let's definitely set something up for free, and just so people can just get a chance to be able to, because a lot of people are like, oh, we already know Big Mike and this and that, but you don't know what capabilities I have now and what kind of resources I have now to help you out.
Yeah, I think every day that goes by, you learn new people and you learn new things. And so we need updates.
Yeah, for sure. So
yeah, that doesn't mean anything. Because you already know it.
See, because a lot of people don't even know I was part of the first urban clothing line out there, which is Cross Colors. When I helped put it on
Cross Colors?
Helped put it on D.L. Hughley at BET.
Really?
Yeah, and then who
started Cross Colors?
Carl, guy by the name of Carl, started out of his garage and stuff like that.
That was so
big. From there we got it to Jermaine Dupri to put it on Bow Wow, TLC. It was on a lot of people. All black owned. Then from there, FUBU. Dude. FUBU, Fat Farm, Sean John. So I was part of all of those connections in that when we have the Magic up in Las Vegas.
That was John Damon.
Yeah.
That is so crazy. The guy on Shark Tank is FUBU. He acts so like this.
It was 4 of them. It was 4 of them. Yes, it was 4 of them that started it.
I love John Damon, but to know John Damon's story is incredible, man.
It's incredible.
He's a shark. He's a Shark Tank guy.
Definitely, but it's a clothing line that's getting ready to come out. It's called Rich Spoiled Brats.
Well, that sounds like a great brand.
It's San Jose. It's out of the San Jose area. It's Don Digital Jones. This dude is off the chain. I've worked with him since he was 13.
Awesome.
And now he's he's in his 30s, but he has a line called Rich Spoiled Brats. You guys look out for that because that's going to be the next.
That does sound like a hot clothing line, Rich Spoiled Brats.
Everybody, and it doesn't mean about just the money because you're rich anywhere. Yeah. You know what I mean? I'm rich with God. So how about that?
I'm rich in happiness, man.
That's it.
I do what I do every day, and I want to do what I do every day. What advice you got for artists out there, Mike?
Man, the advice I have for artists is to get around and build a team. Find a circle that you can get in, and don't be afraid to open your mind. to when it comes to learning the industry and the craft, because you think you may know everything. That doesn't mean you know everything, because I learn every day. And this music industry is not easy, and it's not an overnight success. If it comes too fast, it's not going to last. And I always tell a lot of people, show me who you hang with, and I'll show you who you are. You know what I mean? So it's those kind of things that you definitely need to build. Teamwork. Teamwork is always going to make the dream work, no matter what, and no matter how you look at it. And my thing is, I've always built a team. And it's, some people that you come at the table with in the beginning, you won't be there with them in the end, and that's okay. That's because people have different values of life, or different, their own journeys, and it doesn't make it that you're not doing what you love to do. Because if you can't wake up happy and do what you love to do, man, why are you doing it?
Exactly.
Why are you doing it? I mean, I understand it's got to be a reason to do what you love, and I get that, but it's also we get two things every time we wake up. We get to wake up for one, and we get a choice.
Yeah.
We get a choice, so that's firm believer in that. And also shout out to, a lot of the studios out here that are working together, create. I appreciate you guys.
Thank you, man.
Also shout out to Rich City Studios as well. He's a young man that's building platforms for independent artists
That's
as well,
awesome,
out of Richmond area. You
Yeah,
know what
awesome.
I mean? This is what this is about, man.
Richmond needs more studios. I get a lot of artists coming from Richmond, which I value, but they say there's not a lot of great studios out there. So shout out to the ones that are coming up.
That's what's up, man. But I appreciate you, man, for having me, man.
Absolutely, we're not done yet, man. What
I know,
else
but I just
appreciate
it.
What else you got going on, man?
Well, I got I'm doing a lot of youth events. We're doing a tour called On My Way Tour. Shout out to my partners. We got we just launched a all youth label, and it's called Say Cheese Music Group.
Nice.
So we just launched that.
Is it part of the Say Cheese Instagram? Is that the same
no,
thing?
No, not the part of the Say Cheese Instagram. No.
Okay.
This is Say Cheese Entertainment.
Okay, gotcha.
We're doing a lot of the youth concerts, and I don't know if you remember the Scream Tour.
No.
Okay, Scream Tour back in the days we used to do with mindless behavior and stuff like that. But we're bringing it back, but we brought it back with we do That Girl Lele, Young Dylan, Brooklyn Queen, Fresh and Reckless. I mean, just a lot of the artists that we worked with.
You're very tapped in with the great amount of talented artists in LA. I always see them with you. Young, hot, aspiring artists.
Acting, dancing, the whole thing, man.
What's up with the Venice Beach thing? Is that coming
Venice
back?
Beach is coming. Yeah, actually, I'm doing it in October, man. I want to do it.
You didn't give me some slots.
I will. You already know that.
Once you're filled out, that's fine. I don't want to, deal with that.
No. We're good. But we need to get back on track. Believe me,
I
anyway.
can fill out like good.
Come on, man.
Slots,
I already know.
Yeah,
I already know. So we're definitely
that showcase.
And we have we're gonna do that in October and do a Halloween version of it. And then I also have some stuff coming up in Vegas, and I want to do some stuff out there in the Bay Area. I also want to do. I got so much stuff that's going to be coming up that I want to make sure that you're.
I want to see. I want to put artists onto it. Are events easier to throw in LA than the Bay? You think?
Events are easy to throw anywhere as long as you got the structure. And when I say the structure, make sure you get your permits, make sure you got your insurance, so that no one can stop you from doing what you love to do.
A lot of event promoters out here don't have the permits.
Yeah, that's what it is. But when they show up and you do have your credentials, it's nothing they can say. What they will do is respect you.
Yeah. Well, you're on point, and your business got to be on point.
Yeah,
man.
and you don't have to ask. You don't have to charge people to get in. You ask for donations.
Right. Wink, wink. He did.
Yes.
But when you go to an event and you see that they're asking for a donation, you think smart.
Yeah, that's right.
Covering your bases, smart.
That's right.
That's what I think. Cause, super appreciate you coming through, man.
Yes, brother.
You come from LA and all that, so I appreciate you. Who's some artists that we should be looking out for that you know about, man? Right
now we got. As far as a youth artists, you guys definitely look out for. There's a young man. He goes by the name of Caden the Crown Holder. He's Consequences' son. He's out of New York. He's 11 years old. He's going to be coming up. There's another artist, Shalia Celine. She's originally from the Bay Area, but she lives in LA now. She's an actress as well as an artist. Let me see what other artists. Brooklyn Queen is going to be the next big.
Brooklyn Queen, is that her Instagram? Brooklyn Queen.
Brooklyn Queen.
Okay.
Yeah, she's going to be a next a big artist. I keep telling a lot of people. Some people don't believe it, but the way she engages with a lot of these youth and stuff like that, definitely need to check her out because you'll see her on a lot of my shows
so
too.
Tapped in, man, just like me, and we're tapped in.
That's what
And
it is.
I thank you for reaching out to me when you have events and stuff going on. Every time I'm out in LA, you reach out
most definitely.
and you tell me what's going on out there. So I super appreciate the hospitality when I'm out there and out in Los Angeles.
Most definitely.
I hate to cut it short. They got
It's all
another
good,
podcast coming up, but I really appreciate BMikeRob for coming out, man. On Instagram, BMikeRob. Tell them all your socials.
Yeah, it's BMikeRob. You guys can tap in. It's BMikeRob everywhere. BMikeRob at
B as in boy.
biz, B as in boy.
BMikeRob.
MikeRob. And a lot of, like I said, a lot of the artists you guys should be looking out for is especially like the older artists that I work with too. Like let me see who I got. I got artist by the name of Sharice. Her name is Sharice Renee. Okay. You guys, I'm gonna have her do an interview with you as well.
Yeah.
Moving Maserati, he's out there in the LA area. Sharice is out of the Bay Area. Who else? I gotta see some other artists that I'm working with. That's older artists that can go out there and pop their shit, as they say.
Man, I love older artists, man. Pop your shit, older artists. We are out of here. Create
yeah,
Studios
man.
podcast featuring BMikeRob in the building, man. I appreciate all of y'all tapped in for the clips on Instagram. Have a good weekend, y'all.
That's what it is. Hey, BMikeRob. 3 things: God, family, education. You'll be successful no matter what you do in life. Let's go.
You dropping bars.
That's what it is, man. You know this.